All right, so good morning, everyone. Happy December 16th. My name is Claire Bassetti. I am the Communications and Patient Engagement Manager at the CDRC, which is the logo to the left here, the Cure Drug Repurposing Collaboratory. So we do a lot for Cure ID, and I'm happy to have you all here for the Social Media Ambassador Program. So I know a lot of you know a lot about Cure ID, but you may not know about CDRC. So I'm just going to play this quick video to give you some insight on what CDRC is, and let me know if you can hear it. Press play. It'll start.
Millions of patients struggle every day with diseases that lack adequate treatment options. When no approved therapies are available, healthcare professionals may look for potential treatments or cures hiding in plain sight among drugs already approved for other uses. This is often called drug repurposing, when doctors use existing drugs in new ways. Systematically gathering the drug repurposing data generated by healthcare professionals can help identify potential treatments for patients with limited or no approved treatment options. Critical Path Institute initiated the formation of the Cure Drug Repurposing Collaboratory, or CDRC, to generate real-world evidence that could offer these patients potential innovative solutions. The CDRC is a public-private partnership that provides a much-needed forum for the systematic collection and exchange of clinical practice data on repurposed drugs. The objective is to speed up the identification and development of potentially effective drugs for patients with diseases that lack adequate approved treatment options. This helps to identify drug candidates for additional study and to potentially expand drug labeling in the future. As an integrated consortium of partners, the CDRC provides the structure and organization required to create a blueprint for drug repurposing through collaborative science, and most importantly, ensures the engagement and support of all the stakeholders involved in the process. By helping to find potential innovative uses for existing drugs, CDRC also opens the door for potentially greater value from these approved drugs that previously may not have been recognized or understood. CDRC uses the Cure ID platform to capture and aggregate clinical experiences through case reports and discussions. Cure ID is a collaboration between the FDA and the National Center for Advancing Translational Sciences, part of the National Institutes of Health. FDA and NIH are also collaborating with the World Health Organization and the Infectious Disease Society of America to assess the global utility of the Cure ID. A one-stop platform that captures high-level, real-world clinical outcome data on new uses of existing drugs for difficult-to-treat infectious diseases. Healthcare providers can participate by entering the de-identified data through the Cure ID website or mobile app. Cure ID invites the global medical community to collaborate by contributing and using this publicly available de-identified data to help generate evidence to inform future clinical trials of repurposed drugs. Case reports are gathered in the repository.
So that just gives you a little overview of what Cure ID is and how the CDRC is a part of Cure ID. And moving on, I think it's just a great video. It is on our website as well if you want to look at it and examine it a little more closely. But back to the social media ambassadorship. So we're hoping to do this in phases, and the start date will be January 3rd. So after you have all your holiday celebrations and enjoy some, hopefully, time off, we will get started January 3rd. Hopefully everyone will just be up and running. And basically what we want in phase one is to really understand the app, get signed up, explore the app, see what you like, see what you don't like, and give us that feedback. We're always very appreciative of that feedback. And then be active on social media promoting the app. So follow us on Twitter. We do have an Instagram now and a LinkedIn. So if you would like to follow us on those platforms as well, I will say we are most active on Twitter, but we're trying to also engage on Instagram and LinkedIn. And in this new phase in January, or in phase 1 in January, we will be having updates of the app. So again, we're looking for user testing and just give us your feedback on what works, what you like, what you don't like, and if you ever experience any bad moments or errors, we always appreciate that feedback too. So phase 1 will be from January to April 2023. Ooh, 2023, coming fast. And then phase 2 will be the discussion phase. So this will be through May through August. And basically, you're just going to start preparing your own materials for a discussion post, upload a discussion post, engage with the case series posts that either I post or my fellow colleague Tassine posts. And if you're interested, maybe even write a case series post. We would love any cases that you're interested in drug repurposing and infectious disease. If you could write one, we would really appreciate that. Another option is to just comment on other discussion posts, engage with them, see kind of what kind of questions you can ask, or even if you can answer any questions. And then interact with the different materials on the app, just the discussion posts, the explore page, maybe add some articles. That would all be great. And phase 3 will be from September to December, just to close out the year of 2023. Hopefully you could submit a case report form or get someone else to submit a case report form. Ultimately, also sharing a case report would be awesome, or commenting on any of the cases we have in CureID currently. I'm not going to go over the Twitter basics. I believe we did this last time, so we can definitely send this out if you still need some information on this. These are some big hashtags to use. I highlighted the main ones that we use, ID Twitter, ID case. I've been using the hashtag CureID a lot more so that if people look up what CureID is on Twitter, they have some information. So definitely use that one. And drug repurposing is also another one we use as well. And then accounts to tag. We have the CPATH Institute. So that's CDRC and Critical Path Institute, IDSA Foundation, Dr. I'm not going to say your last name correctly, but Rahul, ID Cure, and then ID Epi Heather, which is my boss at the FDA, Heather Stone. And then I usually tag other ID fellowship accounts, see if they're interested in engaging with the information. And also you can tag Dr. Tripathi, which is Raghav. All right, so on to the fun part. So here's some merch that we are hoping, if you would like to win, we will send this to you. So as you can see here, we have water bottles, we have shirts, we have fanny packs, which you can see my colleague is wearing down below here. And then we have pop sockets, which are not featured, but this is a little picture visual of it. So I guess you're wondering, how do you win this awesome merch? So in phase 1, you'll have the opportunity to win a pop socket. So if you quote 10 CureID tweets and screenshot them and send the proof to me, I will then send you a pop socket. Once phase 2 begins, you have the opportunity to win a pop socket, still fanny packs, and you unlock fanny packs and water bottles, which are really awesome. So as you can see here, if you comment on 10 discussion posts and add 5 articles to CureID, fanny pack right to you. And then if you create 5 discussion posts, you get a water bottle. So these are awesome, great quality as well. And then finally in phase 3, you unlock the opportunity to get a shirt. So if you didn't see the shirts, we have these in blue, and then we also have a gray one with a different infectious disease picture on it. These were from ID Week, and I believe some doctors would bring them home and say, look what I got at ID Week, trichomonas vaginomus. So it's pretty funny. So you can get a shirt if you or a medical professional fill out a case report form. You would need 5 for a shirt. So once you complete those, please send screenshot proof to me and I will get that right out to you. And just a couple other things, we cannot ship merchandise internationally due to extreme tax and shipping costs, but we can figure out a different way to get merch or other options for international. And again, this is not a paid position, so just want to put that out there. And then, Rahul, you can introduce yourself a little more here, but this is also a networking opportunity. We have Raghav and we have Rahul, who are really great collaborators with CureID, and they are open to writing reference letters at the completion or near completion of the ambassadorship. So this is another great part of the ambassadorship. Rahul, did you want to just go over some of your background a little bit?
Absolutely. Thank you, Claire. No, this is, I think, it's a great opportunity. The background wise, I think only a couple of people have not interacted with me before this meeting. I'm a physician researcher, assistant professor, and medical director for research. I wear multiple hats, but I'm limiting my hat wearing capabilities to the core areas of research, education, and mentoring. I'm currently getting graduated from Harvard, along with Divya and many other my colleagues from their GCSET program. Social media and use of social media for enhancing and amplifying the voices, spreading the research environment and medical research, as well as
the hazard ratio or the rate ratio studies where,
as well as finding smart people like you, interact from you with you and learn from you as well. So, and then Raghav, who those who have not met him, is phenomenal. He has been a great voice for infectious diseases as well. He has been interviewed and given TV interviews, and a couple dozen of them in last several months, to my knowledge, from COVID-19 perspective, from SARS perspective, from monkeypox perspective, and a few other things as well. So I think it'll be great for both of us to learn and interact with you as well. And the purpose is not to have you turn into an IT expert. The goal is how we can utilize this opportunity to network, how you can utilize some of your free time amplifying the message coming out from CureID. And probably I'll let Claire finish it and come back and give you what is bare minimum you can do and to what is maximum you can do as well. So I'll stop here and let Claire finish it and then come back to maybe tidbits of how you can get engaged.
Great,
Claire.
thank you. So I just wanted to, I only have a couple more slides, so I can definitely hand it back over to you in a minute, but some of the great expansions of CureID are coming in 2023, including we're opening up our platform to rare disease, oncology. We are working on EHR extraction currently as well. And we're hoping to have a treatment of long COVID survey, which will turn into a long COVID trial. So there's a lot going on, and there's going to be a lot of great opportunities in the new year. So just keep your eyes and ears open to what we have going on. So some of the goals for the ambassadorship include engaging more users and more partners. The second goal would be to disseminate information about CureID as much as you can, anywhere that you can. We would greatly appreciate that. And finally, to continue to grow the user graph here. So as you can see, this is how users have engaged with CureID in the past year. And you can see it fluctuates very heavily. So we're still really working on this. It seems like during the holiday months, it starts to get a little lower, but we're hoping that you guys will help us with this. And finally, I just wanted to show this final slide here. So the start date will be January 3rd, 2023, and then we will end the ambassadorship in December 2023. We're hoping to have 30-minute monthly meetings to answer any questions, concern, and announce merch winners. So if you could send that availability to me, usually like the first week of the month, that would be great. And don't forget to send me screenshots to win merchandise. And please start phase 1 after your holiday celebrations on January 3rd. Again, I just wanted to show all the great collaborators we have here. And we have many more, but I'm not allowed to use their logo until I get logo agreements. So these are just some really great opportunities to reach out to these other partners as well and hopefully expand your network. And Rahul, that's all I have. So back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining in. We're going to stop our recording now and then probably share some of the tidbits as well. So let me stop.